I've really beat my mill up this year. I put a few clips in there for you of some of the things we've done using a track hoe to push a log down the deck, kind of half beating the log on the deck and slamming big 4,000 plus pound logs into the deck, or that real heavy black locust. And you know, you beat these mills like orange-headed stepchildren, and they need maintenance. So you know, it's been a while since the mill was really cleaned up. So I hit it with a pressure washer. I just bought it, actually, just a cheap one at one of the big box stores, but it was enough to really get it cleaned up. I needed to clean the mill up better than I had in a long time. And I need to do some maintenance before the new year. So, you know, just trying to get the grease and oil and sawdust and caked on pine sap and whatever else I could off the mill. And I'm not really worrying about it too much, frankly. It's just to get it so that I can get some good maintenance in there and grease up all the grease points and lube everything up. But the main thing I need to do is, you know, again, as I said, we beat these mills like orange-headed stepchildren is what I call them. And I need to do a little maintenance here. The jaws for the log clamp, and that's what I'm going to call them, got bent. So I'll take it from here and show you what we're doing. You can't blast away all the grease, but we got a lot of it done. So now I'm going to go ahead and see if I can adjust that support here. I'll have to look in the book and see what they call this, but it's just the face of the clamp. So the clamp holds a log or the cant against this, and this one's off kilter. And it should line up with this guy here and this guy here. So these three should all be in line, nice and square, and then these guys should line up. So gotta get a level. I don't have a long enough one, but I've got something 4 foot, so we'll grab that and we'll get to work. Okay, see, we're on here, but we've got over 1/8 of an inch out here. So come over here, same thing. So I need to grab, looks like 11/16. Yeah, you got a nut on the bottom. All right, let's see here. Look at that. Okay, we're loose. Right there. Right there. Tighten that up. Tricky part. So we need to tighten that up without moving things. Need a 5 or 6 foot level for this, or a very straight piece of wood. A chunk of MDF would work, I'm thinking. It is, of course, a sawmill, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But I like it to be pretty dang close. So we'll see. I have to get it socket for that. Sure that did knock it out. It's good. The work that I just did not called out in here, so that's a little disappointing, wood-mizer. That really should be in there. I did see some maintenance in here that I'm about due, so I think I'll bring that up. So the first thing is 500 hours drive bearing lube. That needs to be topped off, so that's something I'm going to have to actually do. Hydraulic system carriage filter, so every 500 hours. So it looks like I need to do that. I've already done my drive belt, so I'm not too worried about that. I've done most of the alignment, so all that's pretty good. All right, so I've got the nice wood-mizer books here, and other than telling me that I need to do some hydraulic system checks, and the usual that I always do, that clamp face, clamp foot, clamp, I don't know what the heck you'd call that. It's the opposite side of the hydraulic clamp on the sawmill. So what do we call that? Clamping surface, jaw. Ha! What do you think it's called? I don't see it in the wood-mizer book. But that's adjustable, and you knock your mills around when you're working on them. You might have to readjust that. So that's what I just did, got that adjusted. I ran it off of the blocks. That just allows a little more width, about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch than what those side supports will give you. Not really an important thing. That clamp just needs to match up to those blocks and that screw, so that when you've got your lumber on there or a cant on there and you're no longer using your side supports, everything's lined up. I got it knocked around enough somehow on one of my last milling jobs that it was out over 1/8 of an inch, probably close to 1/4 inch. So got it fixed. Now we're going to be back in action. I just need to put the mill away. And there she sits. So look at how clean that mill is. Still dirt, but you know, that's the cleanest this mill has been in years. I usually use a air hose and clean it off with air, but what we're going to do now that I've done a pretty good job of really hosing it down and cleaning it up, now I've got to lube the rails. Weather's really good right now, beautiful skies. So with those beautiful skies, we'll go ahead, we'll lube those rails. There's still dirt, you know, it's amazing here. You're blasting away, cleaning this up, and look at that, you know, you still get, it's everywhere. I've got to pull that cover off, clean all that out, re-lube that, re-lube the rail, top and bottom, re-lube the chain, re-lube this guy, fix that, re-lube all this chain. It all needs to get lubed. Lube that chain, lube that chain, lube both of these up down rails on the head. I lube everything with ATF. 500 some odd hours and we're still surviving good. And we'll be ready for the next milling job. I just got some new Craigslist ads updated with some pictures, so I gotta do an oil and filter on it. But we're getting really ready to get things done and get back to milling. So there you go, the old Jarhead's mill, cleaned up, looking all pretty. You know, it's kind of funny, but that's pretty for my mill. All right folks, the old Jarhead out. Y'all have a great day.